Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore, and this is Phasmophobia. Took me a little bit to get it working right, mostly due to it's gone through a lot of changes since I really played it a lot before, and also something to do with the new NVIDIA update. I had to go into the NVIDIA app on my computer and tell it to not optimize. I had to tell it to revert to so it wouldn't optimize the game because for some reason when it did that it would set my cursor to be invisible, it would turn the volume to 0, it would turn the brightness to 0, and hopefully I didn't miss any other settings it had to change originally, but I think I've got it fixed now so I can actually see, hear, and generally play the game. As you can see, I have played before, though I haven't played a lot until just recently I started playing a teeny bit again, and I was thinking, I don't think I've recorded this before. Maybe I had, and it was just in a live stream or something, or only on Twitch. I don't remember, but I couldn't find any videos on the channel, so I was like, well, maybe I haven't. And just thought I did. Looks like I'm missing a bone for my collection. Sometimes you can find bones on the maps, and uh, yeah, and they can be used for some points. But also, you can, if you collect the different ones, then you get. These are all the ones I've collected over time, but it looks like I'm missing at least one bone from the collection. I think I'm missing a tarot card. That's the monkey's paw, the music box, summoning circle. Yep. Okay, I think I've got most of everything else. I think the last time I played, like, seriously played, was back in 2023 during the Halloween event, which is why I have that little thing here, because I actually got the event's accomplishments done. A lot of this other stuff, this is all new stuff, like new achievements they added, and apparently they add them to these trophy cases as you get them. Used to be there was a black light you could pick up here, an ultraviolet light, and you could see like a summoning circle on the ground and other things. Seems they've really changed up the game. They've added all these things here so you can track different achievements. These are like in new ID cards designs. Whoops, that's something to do. Yeah, you can get different ID card designs by completing certain tasks. Certain objectives like completing correctly identify ghosts and survive in different locations. I'm not likely to get any of these anytime soon, one, because it takes 50 each, and also 50 accomplishments each, and also some of these locations kind of stuck. Yeah, the outside places are really difficult because you can't rely on certain devices because the temperature is outside temp. So it's hard to get checked for certain things. I haven't tried the lighthouse yet. Just some of the other places, I think of it like the asylum, if I remember right, is just downright huge, and I don't recommend some of them unless you're playing with other players to help you find anything. You also get daily tasks, you get weekly tasks, which give you extra payment if you complete them. I am level 25. Needs a bit of work. I still got a ways to go. But, got some funds. I've set a preset so that I don't have to constantly choose what gets added. Yeah, so I have a preset loadout just so that I don't have to constantly tell the computer, oh yeah, add this, 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 and this every time I pick a mission. And this is definitely one of those games that's probably better to play with friends, namely because of the fact that if you play with friends and one of you dies, it's not game over, and you have to go and you have to move on to another run and probably lose a bunch of stuff. If you're playing with friends, then as long as one person survives, you're pretty good. Sorry, just poking around, see if they hit anything. If you go up here, you got a few little games you can play, which is good for like practicing controls. You can pick things up. I don't know how to throw this. Gee. There we go. Yeah, so you get various controls and things you can mess with and try to figure out how they go. You get a lot of just fun things like glowing lights. Ooh, little news articles you can sort of actually read if you take the time for it. I'm not going to because it looks like they're a little tricky. But yeah, welcome to Phasmophobia. It's a ghost hunting game. For the sake of kind of introducing you to how things work and helping me remember, let's jump into training.
Welcome to your first day at Ghost Hunting Distribution. Read the whiteboard to get started.
Alright, ghost hunting distribution. We'll like to welcome you to a training facility. To start, grab a flashlight behind you. Toggle the flashlight with the used, if equipped, or special if it's in your inventory. You can cycle through your held items to change which one you are holding. You can carry up to 3 at once. When you're ready to grab the key to the right, then interact with the keypad. Yeah, so we grab a flashlight. We can turn it on or off pretty easily, even when we aren't picking it up, which is kind of cool. Looks like we're in a warehouse. Your first goal when entering a location is to find the ghost's favorite room. This is a room where the ghost will spend the majority of its time. To find the ghost room, look out for open doors, items that have been thrown, or sounds coming from that area of the location. When playing higher difficulties, ghosts can change their favorite room when wandering. Yeah, higher difficulties can make it so much harder. To open a door, interact with it, and move forwards. Like, the ghost will offer fewer clues, the ghost will make it just trickier in general. Room 1. You can see nothing's moved around. Well, that wasn't there before. Something. So the ghost can throw things around. Well, I actually
Head through the door to the next section.
Yep, there we go. It just threw that book. So it was in that first room, just chucking things. Alright. And the nice thing is, yeah, I can scroll away from holding the flashlight and still turn it on and off. I can still hold it and have it actually functioning. Flashlights aren't the best, but they're better than nothing. Each investigator has their own sanity level, represented in the truck by a percentage on screen. When playing in a team, you also have an average sanity level. Several things can lower your sanity: standing in the dark, ghost events, and abilities. You can restore your sanity level by using sanity medication. Try drinking one using a bottle below. It'll take a few seconds to replenish. Try it out, grab one below, then use it. You should see your sanity increase on the screen. Sanity medicine will have different amounts of restoration depending on the difficulty you are playing, and also the level of medicine you're getting. There we go, my sanity is recovering. To keep your sanity stable, you should stand in lit rooms or areas as much as possible. You can turn lights on using the switch. Aim at the switch, then interact with it. Each location has a maximum amount of lights that can be turned on at once. If you exceed this number, the fuse will trip and turn off every light. You can turn the fuse box back on, interact with it. This one is on currently. They give you some examples. Off, on, and I'm not sure quite what that's about. Anyway. Yeah, so if I turn on all three lights, it blows the breaker. I have to turn on breaker again in order to turn on more lights. Very important. In a normal contract, you will only need to find up to 3 evidence types, but for this training, we'll be showing you all 7. EMF spots are left behind on almost everything the ghost interacts with. These hotspots last around 20 seconds and can be read with an EMF reader. Grab your EMF reader below, turn it on with use, then move it towards the objects that a ghost has recently interacted with. Some ghost types will leave stronger EMF hotspots. If your EMF reader is displaying a strength of 5 or higher, this is an evidence. Open your journal by pressing the journal button, click the evidence tab at the top of the page, then mark EMF 5 as checked. So, turn it on by right-clicking. Now we gotta find out where the ghost was. Interacting most recently. Nothing there. Oh, wait. Almost got something. Mind chucking something so I can interact with it? Thank you. Go. Over here. Alright. As you can see, that one's reacting a bit stronger. Not getting an EMF 5, though.
Nice work.
There we go. Alright. Some ghosts types will leave behind UV handprints on doors, windows, and even footprints on the floor if they walk into some well-placed salt. To find these, listen out for paranormal interactions on those objects. Then grab your UV light, activate it with Use, then shine it around and see what prints have been left. If you find UV handprints or footprints, make sure to note them down on the evidence page. I should mention, evidence page, you have a journal, you have your home page, items, which tells you all about any cursed items and other things you can do, gathering evidence, kind of gives you a rundown of that, whether things you've gotten during the case, video recordings. That's a nice thing, actually capturing media, because they have a few things here that I didn't have before, like when I played heavily before, like we didn't have sound recordings. I don't even know if we had video recordings. I think we only had photos at the time. It was a while back. Ghost writing, burned crucifix, different ghost forms. You can take photos of those. Video recordings, doors and objects moving, ghost orbs, lights flickering. Sound recordings, paranormal sounds, ghosts during hunts or events, spirit box responses. Makes sense. And these are important to note because in order to get a better score, you want to get like one of each of these. Repeats don't help you. Evidence, though, you can write it down. You can also just quickly move between things using the tabs. So, like, EMF reading 5, you can mark it as, no, this is definitely not one of the evidences. You can mark it as, yes, this is evidence, this is an evidence, and this is an evidence. And once you get 3, it usually narrows it down to 1. Though there are a few instances where the mimic can throw a loop in things where it'll have the evidences of like a few things. I believe it always has ghost orbs, and then it can mimic to the other ghosts, but then it always has a 4th one that it will react to, which gives it away. I forget what exactly it was that can narrow it down, but yeah, mimics are a weird one. Alright, let's look around with this. Got handprints. We've got ourselves some footprints going to there. Pretty sure. Oh, what's this? We said don't leave. Cheery. We'll always be with you. And then, yeah, if you shine a UV light on one of these things long enough, they stay glowy for a bit, which makes it so you can take pictures of them for evidence and the like. Or well, you don't need to take a picture of them for evidence, you take a picture of them for extra payout. As long as you even see one of those, you just can mark, hey, ultraviolet. Alright. Thermometers. These are one of my favorite tools for locating ghost rooms, because you'll go into a room, and it's like, you wait a little bit, does it move? Nope, no ghost here. Or if it goes up, definitely not. Goes down a little bit here, maybe. Nope, still not it, though. I think let's go into this last room. Now it's dropping. Good. Good. Well, still going down. Takes a little bit with this one. So this is the downside, is it does take a bit to function, and I think if you move around it doesn't help it. But there we go. It's dropped below 0 or 32 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, which is freezing temps. That's an evidence. If it just gets cold, it's usually just an indicator of there's a ghost in the area. So doesn't count as an evidence unless it goes below 0. Dots projectors let us see things that normal light does not. Sometimes using this light will reveal a small flicker into the paranormal world. Several ghost types can be revealed with a dots projector. All you need to do is find them. Grab a projector, turn it on with use, and aim the light where you think a ghost may be. If you see a ghostly silhouette appear, then you've found some evidence. Try to find a ghostly apparition in the room to the left. You can then mark it in your journal. So the dots projector, there's some, and these are like the level 1 forms of the evidence gathering devices. So yeah, you can see ghost figures. When a ghost reveals itself, it stops forming, it'll walk towards the closest player if they're inside the same room. You can use this to get those particularly shy ghosts to come within range of your dots infrared lights. So you can use yourself as bait. Great. That won't end badly at all. Ha ha ha. Oh, often when filming paranormal evidence with a video camera, investigators have found unexplained flecks of light that slowly drift across their footage. These have been named ghost orbs. To find them, grab a video camera and turn on night vision with use. During contracts, you can place the video camera down and view the camera feed from the safety of the truck. That is a highly recommended tactic, I might add, especially for several things. Plus, in the truck, you can push a record button to get video evidence bonuses for greater payout. Otherwise, I don't know how to push the record button while holding it like this. There might be a way, I'm not sure on all the interaction options. As you can see, they see that little glowy bit there. Ghost orbs. I like that it actually shows it on the screen now. Hey, that was a ghost orb. Didn't used to do that. You had to be very much paying close attention and be guessing, going, darn, is that really ghost orbs, or am I just seeing a reflection of my own flashlight or something? With this, it's very evident, yeah, this is ghost orbs. Can't really see them when you're in normal light vision, but in the night vision form, you can. Alright, this one's a little tricky for whatever reason to get it to open the door for me. Okay, I figured out how to do the recording for evidence. Hold right click. So holding right click activates the record feature. Did it say to do that and I just missed it in the notes? I don't remember that. If it was used during contracts, yeah, it doesn't specify that. So that's something, yeah, I just had to figure out. If you hold right click, you record, and that's when they would add it to, like, one of my evidence areas here. It would probably pop up. Yeah, there it is. And you see its value, $10. Which may not seem like a lot, but every buck counts. Alright, some paranormal entities will interact with more objects than others. In several reported cases, ghosts have been known to write vague messages in books if left long enough. To get ghost writing evidence, grab a ghost writing book and place it down somewhere near the ghost. After some time, the ghost will either throw the book or write in it. Or later, note the evidence down in your journal. Yeah, so if the ghost just throws the journal, it doesn't count. Just place that there. Also, I do like, you may have noticed, it has a area of effect, which helps you get an idea of, hey, as long as they're within this area, we should be being picked up by it, eventually anyway. So, yep, sometimes it just scribbles like that. Sometimes it writes things like run, hide. Spirit box. EVP recorders or spirit boxes are radio devices designed to scan through different frequencies, possibly revealing some paranormal audio amongst the static. To use a spirit box, grab one below and turn it on with use. Make sure that all room lights in that area are turned off. Then you can ask the ghost questions in hope of a response. Try asking, "Where are you?" If you get a response, the indicator will flash white, and you should hear a voice that's unique amongst the radio frequencies. If it flashes red, your question was heard, but you didn't get a reply. Enter the next area, find the ghost room, then try it out. So this, turn it on first, with a right click, then you go in here. Where are you? No reply. Oh, it's moving over there. I should also warn, this game does have flashing lights and loud noises sometimes. Where are you? You can also ask them, how old are you? What is your name? Can't remember if that was actually a question they recognized or not. I do have push to talk on, since otherwise it causes some issues in the game with trying to record some of this stuff, if I remember right. How old are you? How old are you? Where are you? Where are you? Come on, I wish it would just respond so I could get on with this whole thing. How old are you? Say something. Can you hear me? I wonder what the general, if there's anything in the notes on evidence gathering, overview, capturing media. Now, not seeing any obvious things here as to hints that might help. Gathering, spirit box. Make sure the lights are turned off. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot that rule. Where's the light switch? That's why it's not talking to me. I'm being dumb. That is an easy one for me to forget sometimes. Alright, now we try it. How old are you? How old are you?
Good job.
I'm not quite sure what it said there. Unfortunately, they generally don't get much clearer. Also, you may have noticed that the guy who's like, good job, is a little quiet at times. I have not found a way to fix that in the audio. It's just how it is sometimes with these things. During contracts, ghosts can initiate an attack on you and your fellow investigators. These attacks will have a chance to occur once your sanity has reached an average threshold of 50%. Some ghost types may attack earlier or later than this. Depending on the difficulty you are playing, you may have a setup timer. This is above the door there, or usually it'll be in the truck. This is normally displayed on a large LED clock in the truck, like the one to the right. This will stop your sanity going below 50% as well as prevent hunts. So yeah, depending on lower difficulties, you actually get a grace period, basically, to set up equipment and find out where the ghost is. Very important for some levels. When a hunt starts, the exit doors will lock, and the ghost will start searching for you. Turn off your equipment, hide in a locker, or crouch behind something tall and wait until it's over. Or die. That's also an option, and actually probably more likely than anything. Enter the next room to simulate a hunt.
Something's not quite right. You better hide, quickly.
So you go here, and you go...
That was a close one. Congratulations on completing your training. You can exit through the truck by interacting with the keypad.
Yeah, you could also, like, duck behind here. And once again, you want to turn off lights. If you don't turn off your lights...
Something's not quite right. You better hide, quickly.
That got me. See, so that was a it got you thing. Though
Subject on the
normally in the
white
game it
line.
does it a
For that
little more
line, quickly.
creepily.
That was a close one. Congratulations on completing your training.
And your
You can
light will
exit
also
through the
flicker,
truck by interacting with the keypad.
indicating, hey, there's an attack going on, things like that. So you get some interesting ways to do it, and but yeah, in an actual scenario, if the ghost catches you, you die, and it gets a bit more of a creepy interaction. There's also a matter of if you're playing with multiple players, you're not just out of the game right, necessarily. You're just a ghost yourself. Then watching the other players play, you can interact with items, move them around. Still, it gets a little weird. Like, well, not like interact with equipment so much, but like you can pick up a plate and chuck it, that sort of thing, which could be used if you
Welcome back. There's some jobs
to
waiting for you.
communicate if you know how to work with each other a little bit. But that is the basics of how to play Phasmophobia. Now, as you level up, I should also add management. Don't need that. So there's 3 levels to each item, and as you get better equipment and better upgrades, you can get better equipment that gives you different things. For example, the photo camera. Time between photos 3. If I upgrade it, it looks like time between photos is 2. It has some other properties there. I don't know quite what those would be. But yeah, you can get better cameras or just better equipment in general. Those are based on your level. Problem is, they're expensive. So like go to shop. Alright, shop mode. Yeah, 3,000 to upgrade either of these. I only have 3,800, so gonna be a little rough to go with either of those. Alright, so that does audio quality low, response rate low, range 3 meters, electronic. That's important because certain things react to electronics. Let's upgrade my spirit box. I think that's one that'll be worth upgrade right now. Spirit box is built solely for conversations with the unknown. Backlit screen helps investigators in the dark. Investigations in the dark. This more modern spirit box is a high quality speaker and is much more efficient at scanning through frequencies, making paranormal responses easier to decipher. If a question has been heard, a black X will flash on the screen. If you get a response, the small ghost icon will flash instead. So, audio quality, medium. Response rate, medium. Range, 4. Display screen, electronic. Now, I don't actually have enough money to buy one of this tier right now. Oh, wait, no, I do have just enough to buy one. My bad. Okay, equipment manager. Uh-huh. I need to set it to quick loadout. EMF reader, ghostwriting. Yeah, now it's set to the higher tier. So now we click on here. You have multiplayer, training like we did before. Let's do single player though. Difficulties. There is a lot. Right now, some of them custom is locked until level 50. There's challenge mode. These are like special challenges that you get I think each week. After last week, you're feeling a bit worn out, and to make matters worse, the ghost has recovered. Correctly find the ghost type in Grafton Farmhouse. And basically, what will happen there is you do a mission under special conditions, and if you succeed, it counts. So you have to do it a number of times, but you get a huge payout if you do it. Starting Sanity 100, Sanity Pill Restoration. Sanity Drain Speed is 200%, great. Sprinting is on as an option. Player Speed, a little low maybe. Flashlights on, lose items and consumables off. So it is nice because they'll give you a set loadout, which is good for. So it's a challenging run, but it'll make sure you don't lose your funds. And you won't lose your items, because if you die when you're on a mission, you lose all your items and you're out of funds. Hard to get new items, which makes it harder to keep getting new stuff. But you also don't get higher reward payoff here. Multiplier reward is being clamped by lose items and consumables off. Yeah. So there's that. Let's go over here. There's Amateur, which is a basic setup. Sanity pills restore a lot of sanity, regain half of your lost equipment value if you die. Just a nice little, hey, just got started. Intermediate, regain some of your lost equipment value if you die. Fewer places to hide. Fuse box starts off. Sanity pills restore some sanity. Average hunt duration. Yeah. This is basically normal difficulty. This is the one I usually do, though I have done higher, though the higher ones are a lot harder, especially solo. The ghost room can rarely change. No setup time. Short hunt grace period. Long hunt duration. Sanity pills restore little sanity. Fuse box starts off with much fewer hiding places. I don't even have this unlocked yet. Ghosts will hide one type of evidence. Yeah, nightmare mode is a pain. Ghosts will hide two types of evidence. Insanity is just for suffering, but you get some specialty stuff. Some of the challenges and achievements you can only unlock on those higher difficulties. Tortoise and the Hare. After last week, yeah. Alright, for now we'll just do a intermediate. Apply. And we'll just go to I believe Tanglewood Drive was the original level. You can pick random just to see where it'll throw you. But, yeah. There's a lot of options, as you can see. Some of these are more recent ads, like Point Hope and the middle school, or the high school, sorry. Those are ones I have not done. I don't even know if I've done Glasdale Farmhouse. I think they recently redesigned it and all. Or was that the Grafton Farmhouse they redesigned? I know they redesigned at least one of the farmhouses recently. But yeah, we'll go here. So you select the room. If you're playing with multiple people, you vote on which one you want. Whichever one gets most votes is the one you go to. Here's my general loadout of what I've currently got set. And we'll just do a start. Gives you a little flavor text, which unfortunately went too fast for me to read.
Get set up before investigating. Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Yeah, he usually says something like that. So you get some general tasks, like for extra points. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. Cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. Capture a photo of the ghost. I'm not very good at that one, especially playing solo. It can be tricky. I always recommend start with a crucifix, flashlight, and the thermometer for me is my usual go-to for this map. Come on, open. There we go. So we got this area here. And we go inside. Oops, I forgot to check where the fuse box is. Oh well, there's only two options for this map. Where it usually is. It's either here in the garage, yep, or it's downstairs in the basement. Now you need the power on for one big purpose. Without it, you can't turn on lights, and primarily currently the ghost doesn't want the light on. The thermostat stuff doesn't work. Oh no, it killed the breaker. Wow, real cranky, huh? But yeah, as long if the breaker's off, then the temperature inside a building won't regulate, and so you can't use the thermostat to help find the ghost because everywhere's a different temp, either too hot or too cold. Nothing there. Pictures. It's always good to look around too, see if you can find see if you can find a bone, see if you can find a cursed object to interact with. It says there's one on every level. I'm not always good at finding them. Don't see any in this area. Just gotta do a quick look around. This is usually a good hiding spot for this level, if you need one. On this difficulty, I probably won't need it, because we'll wrap up before it gets bad enough for me to need it. But sometimes that can be different. It also depends on where we're dealing with. Okay. Hold still down here a minute. Still pretty warm. So this is not where I want to be for this ghost. The items it can interact with. Not seeing anything right off. If I remember right, this was a fun interaction during one of the Halloween events. I should get a blacklight and look around some of the levels. They used to have hidden messages with blacklights in different parts of levels. It was a fun little Easter egg. I forget what it hinted towards exactly. I think for a while there they were hinting towards new level releases and things, but I don't remember all of the details. It was some years ago. A couple lights. One, to help my sanity not go down as much, and two, helps me see as I search the place. If you turn on too many lights, you're in trouble, but it's more of a. It also helps me test, have an area I can keep an eye on to uh, make sure the ghost hasn't killed the breaker. All right, it's weirdly warm in here. I think this was where one of the hidden blacklight things used to be, along with above that rocking chair down in the basement. I'm apparently not finding the ghost today. Most likely it's around here. That's a good sign. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your scrolling. Yep, temperature's dropping. We'll work here. Oh wait, did you just kill the car? No, you didn't. Okay. So in that case, let me turn on this light for ease of access. I mean, I can easily see going in. Is the power on or not? Forgot to do this. Go in here, and we'll just place a crucifix right here. That should cover this whole room. Let the thermostat do its thing there. It will continue to change even while you're not holding it, which is nice. Sanity's still holding up. Okay, I'm not too worried. Let's see here. I'll take this. We'll take this. We'll make a lot of trips here. Maybe I'll just toss that there. That way I can still get some view in. Ooh, okay. We have ultraviolet confirmed. We'll put the book there. I gotta get a camera in here. The reason I dropped my flashlight down there as well is because I want to be able to carry more stuff. So we'll carry the EMF reader, video camera, and I like to take a tripod in. You have to grab it with your empty hand, and if you switch to an item, you'll drop the tripod. So be a little careful with that. It gets a little weird sometimes. Our guy has the sprinting capabilities of someone who is extremely winded. All right, where did my tripod's right there? All right, this is proving tricky. Come on, tripod. So hard to tell when I'm actually holding it. It's not the direction I want it in. Okay, there we go. There we go. That should be facing the direction I need. Let's turn this on. I'll sit on the bed. Should interact fairly well already. Not quite freezing temps. I love how we can run while crouched, but we can still like run for like 3 seconds before our guy's like, okay, I have to stop now. I'm way too winded for all this. Okay, we'll grab this, and the camera. Alright. What's your name? Are you here? How old are you?
An elderly victim.
Cool. You can also place this on the tripods if you want, but I usually just place them on the floor. Like that. Should do the trick. Okay. Let's go to the camera in here. Sanity's getting a little low, but I'll risk it for the moment. Alright. Video camera. I believe with higher level cameras you can pan them around. As you can see, I can push the record button here if I want. Though there's nothing to record right now, so it won't do anything. And you can control night vision on and off. Don't see dots. Don't see... Ah, missed that. Almost got a recording of it throwing that cup around. You can just kind of leave it here recording, I think, and it'll still work that way. Okay, I can't just leave it recording like that. I guess it stops as soon as I stop interacting with the computer. Good to know. But, let me see here. It's written something on the book. Oh, I didn't even realize it had written on the book, so that's great. So, evidence. Ghostwriting, ultraviolet, spirit box. We have a poltergeist. Let me grab this. Capture photo. Cleanse area. Use incense. Burn the ghost behind with a crucifix. Yeah, so I'll leave my sanity a bit low right now. Take a second crucifix in just to be safe. There's some evidence. There's some evidence. Oh yeah, I did draw on it. So, yeah. Lots of scribbles that I can't really make out. Alright, there's that. Let me grab this. Show yourself.
Elderly victim.
Can you move an object? Where are you? Where are you? Really is camera shy. Usually I can get at least one recording of something that is being interacted with here. Not today, apparently. Oh well. Check one more spot here. Probably walked right past the bone, or yep, there's the bone. Okay, I should get the camera. So you want to take a picture of the camera. You also want to grab the bone, otherwise you don't get the bone evidence bonus. Then toss that on the ground for now. Let's go check on things here. How are we doing on our evidences? Still none of that. Capture ghost. Photo of the ghost. No luck there. Actual UV footprints from the ghost. Yep. It's written something in our book. Okay, it's being a little touchy on what counts as having been interacted with. We'll take this in next and you. I think they said this was one of the things I needed to do. Activate this. Alright, that might prevent the ghost from acting up a little bit, or it might really take it off, depending. Ooh, it looks like it really ticked it off. You get a bit of an idea of how ticked off it may or may not be here with the activities leveling. Not DNA videos, clips of this thing apparently. But alright, we got the cleanse the area near the ghost. Objective done. Prevent the ghost from hiding with a crucifix. See if I can get a sound recording. Turn this on. How old are you? Mind saying something? Alright, that's one. How old are you? How old are you? Kind of trying to tick it off anyway, so it works. How old are you?
Elderly.
That should count as another one. Paranormal talking. Alright, I don't know if that counted for that or not. Let me grab the camera here a minute. Burn the crucifix. Alright. So there was that. Prevent ghost from hiding with a crucifix. Capture a photo of the ghost. Not happening. I got one audio recording out of all that. I feel like this room is just not working well for me. Usually it's a little easier to get a mix of things, I feel like. But it might just depend on the ghost or where I'm at. So, I'm just going to call this hunt a success and go. So, and head home. And then we get the idea of how wrong or right we were and what our payout would be. Alright, got an achievement for surviving a poltergeist. Yeah, I don't think they had achievements last time when I played before a few years back, so that's why I don't have a lot of these achievements, even though I've done some of this stuff previously. So yeah, didn't get a capture a ghost, media, investigation bonus, rewards, bone evidence collected, reward, yep. Find the correct ghost type is big, tells you game summary, ghost interactions, ghost events. Didn't have any of those. Didn't have any ghost hunts. That ghost was pretty quiet. Time in ghost room. Time in light. Time in dark. Total investigation time. Alright, yeah, you can really get some breakdown, which can be fun to compare with your friends and see how you did. Abilities used, I'm not sure quite what that means. Bone location was in the nursery. Fuse box toggles. Yeah, you get a whole breakdown of everything. And you just say leave, and there we go. That was a successful run.
Job's ready for you.
We got some more experience from that, and we got some more money, at 675, which is good. If you get out alive, you don't have to rebuy your equipment other than the usable stuff, like the sanity pills. Those are one use and done things. And the incense stuff. So some of those things, like, you'll have to pay to get back no matter what. Some of them, like the cameras and all, you only have to pay for if you died. And lost them as a result. Reach 0 sanity. No thank you. Complete objectives. Those are like the, hey, get incense the area, get a Ouija board response. Fun. Complete challenge mode. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do for just bonus cash throughout the weeks and throughout the days. The reason some of this was already done was because I had played a team with my kids before, while I was getting them set up for bed and before I was recording any of this. It used to be like a spooky ghost you could trigger in there, and during some of the Halloween stuff, I remember there was a way to like trigger a whole like ritual event with a ghost appearing in under a blanket. I feel, ooh, that's a cool looking poltergeist discovered. Has a really cool achievement unlock. I like that. Any other things I should note? Ghosts. It sometimes can be really important for you to actually read up on them. There's a lot of different ghosts, as you can see. So let's start with spirit. Spirits are very common ghosts. They are very powerful, but passive. Only attack when they need to. They defend their place of death to the utmost degree, killing anyone they is caught overstaying their welcome. Weakness. A spirit can be temporarily stopped by burning incense near them. So, as you can see, some of that is just flavor text. But some of that is actually really important, especially if you're playing on higher difficulties when you only have 2 or 1 evidence. You have to determine the ghost through other means, such as its behavior. Since we just had a poltergeist, let's go to that one real quick. Poltergeist. One of the most famous ghosts, the poltergeist, known to manipulate objects around it to spread fear into its victims. Strength. Poltergeist can throw multiple objects at once and with great force. Some people, I think, will create what they call polty-piles, where they just get a bunch of interactable items and toss them all in a big pile and try to get the ghost to throw stuff around it. If they were able to just throw them all over the place, then it was probably a poltergeist. I remember that being a thing. I don't know how well it still works in this newer updates. Weakness. With nothing to throw, poltergeists become powerless. Yeah, until they start to hunt and murder you. If they catch you, like any other ghost. So yeah. This one's a really big one, wraiths. If you put down salt in where you know the ghost is and the salt never gets interacted with, it's probably a wraith. Because wraiths are afraid of salt and will actively avoid it. Wraiths almost never touch the ground. meaning it can't be tracked by footprints. Racer, one of the most dangerous ghosts you will find. It is also the only known ghost that has the ability of flight and has sometimes been known to travel through walls, which also means it's a lot harder to escape it because it can hunt you down through walls. It doesn't have to open the door to come get you. And yeah, you get a lot of clues just reading up on these things. I probably should read through all of these at some point just to refresh myself on this, because a lot of these, it's been a while, and some of these I'm not even sure if I've read so. A phantom is a ghost that can possess the living, inducing fear into those around it. They are most commonly summoned from Ouija boards. So if you have a Ouija board in your map, there's a good chance that it's the phantom. Strength. Looking at a phantom will drop your sanity considerably faster. Weakness. Taking a photo of the phantom will make it temporarily disappear. Interesting. Banshee. Let's read one more. The stinging siren. Known for attracting its victims through song, it has been known to single out its prey before making a killing blow. Yeah, so if you're playing with multiple people, chances are it'll focus on one player, I think that means. Or at least wait until you're alone, most likely. Strength. A banshee will weaken their target before striking. Weaknesses. Banshees can sometimes be heard screaming with a parabolic microphone. I didn't use the parabolic microphone in that last mission. It's not one I use a lot. I haven't gotten the hang of how to get to effectively work, so I tend to avoid using it. But I have it there just in case it's an evidence requirement that I can possibly pull off easily, because you can use it even while hiding. Well, while being in the hiding spot, that you'll want to turn it off as soon as a hunt begins, just so that you don't get caught. Just like you would need to turn off your flashlights. Jinn. A Jinn is a territorial ghost that will attack when threatened. It has also been known to be able to travel at significant speed. A Jinn will travel at faster speed if its victim is far away. Turning off the location's power source will prevent the Jinn from using its ability. I did not know that one. Interesting. Yeah, so you get all these things. I'm not going to go through them right now. Maybe we'll hit a couple of them each episode, because I want to do more than one episode for this. Obviously, there's a lot to explore. I need to call it a night, though. I got work in the morning, and it's getting late. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Comments below. What have you guys thought about this game? Have you guys played it? Upsides, downsides. I feel like it gets a little samey over time, and I also mentioned, like, some of these maps are stupid sized. Like, prison is huge. So playing even with friends, it's a hassle. Because good luck finding out where that ghost is, just because the place is ginormous. And then other areas, like, when I'm just playing myself, I'll just play this one a lot, because it's one of the easiest ones to just go in and out, find the ghost, and move on. Some of these other houses are fun to mix in, though. Yeah, like I said, I haven't even tried some of these places, so we've got some experimenting to do. Otherwise, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new here and haven't done so already, so you can keep up with new releases. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Good night. Have fun. And, yeah, stay safe. All that good stuff. Bye.